Hello everyone, my name is Niko Haagenson if you didn't already know, and if you did, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I am super excited. I rounded up all of my favorite products from 2024. Some of them might have been released in 2023, I don't really know, but I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to all the brands that really made some amazing makeup this year. I don't really buy a lot from new brands. I kind of stick to the same ones, but a lot of these were gifted to me or I bought with my own money, and I'm just excited to share it with you. I also recorded a TikTok, get ready with me using them, but I have an hour to record this before I have to make it to the train to go home. So, with that, let's get into it. This is in really no particular order, I just have a bunch of stuff in front of me. First up, we have the Ellis Atlantis Blend Bunny palette. This palette, y'all, I have created so many looks with it. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. Like, how can you not just love it? Like, all the shades are so pigmented, so easily blendable. It's not hard to work with. The shimmers are great. And I really don't think it's a very expensive palette at all. I was lucky enough to receive this in PR, but if you're looking for like a one and done, you have every shade in it. Right now I'm wearing the neutrals row and then also the engineer and ethereal, and it is just so stunning. Yeah, and congrats to Ellis, Blend Bunny. It was a really good year for Blend Bunny Cosmetics, and I cannot wait to try more of their stuff. Next up, we have the Mehron, let me get the glare out, the Mehron Laurel Charleston Backstage palette. As you can see, I have played with this one a lot. It is all water activated paints. It's the Mehron Edge Paint formula, all water activated. This is a lot of the stuff that Laurel used on Melanie on the Portals tour, and it just creates such pristine lines. I love using it for my eyebrows if I want to do something colored. It lasts really well. Now it is water activated, so like if you sweat it will drip a little bit, but I just am so impressed by the color story, how pigmented they are, and I'm a little bit biased because I love Laurel, and I actually got a sneak peek of this before it was released, and this is truly, if you're looking for a water activated palette with a bunch of options and like so much product in it, this is gonna be the one for you. This is another very biased one. I included the custom palette I made with Mob Beauty. This is my lavender blush I made at the Mob Beauty lab in October, and then I have my Frost lavender blue pink shade I made. These are all custom shades me, Tegan Rice, and Hannah made, and I absolutely adore all of them. I'm really hoping the lavender blush gets released at some point, but if you want that, talk to Mob Beauty. I unfortunately cannot produce it myself, so if you really want it, message them, but for now, I'm happy I just have my little sample of it, and it truly is like my perfect pale lavender blush. Next, we have the SurrealSkin powder by Makeup by Mario. I use the shade Fair Pink, and when I tell you, I bought this with my own money. I am almost out of it. There is like nothing left in here. It is so smoothing. It looks natural, but it mattifies you. I used the Huda Beauty one for a long time, and it just kind of would look a little bit dry some days, but this Makeup by Mario one, for any skin type, you can use it so many different ways. I bake with it, I just powder with it normally, on a sponge, a brush, all of that. It is just so good, y'all. I bought this with my own money, and I absolutely will be repurchasing a new one pretty soon. Also, what I love is the siphon, or the sifter, is actually removable, so if you want a lot of powder like I do, you can just take it off and like smash your puff in there and set the whole face. Then we have another powder here. I'm a little scared of this, showing this, because it breaks really easily. This is the Tower 28 GetSet powder in the shade Palisades Pink. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is another powder that is just so mattifying and blurring and smoothing to the skin. Those are really like my goals with any sort of powder. I just want to look matte and blurred, but this one just feels so good. It is very velvety feeling, and I think it's pretty cheap. I think like 20 bucks, I don't really know. Hannah gave this to me, luckily enough. But I like to use this underneath the eyes, all over the face. Again, it's also a really great powder to take in your bag. My only issue with it is, why can't we get a mirror? Like, there are drugstore brands that are putting mirrors in here, but it's fine. The product is actually really good, so it gets a pass for that at least. And here I have a Depotted MAC blush, and then my Sephora Collection Contour in Fair to Light. The Sephora Collection contours, this, and I also have their contour stick. The stick isn't as much of a favorite for me. I just don't really use a lot of creams, but the powder, it's like that gel powder hybrid. It feels so good on the skin. It's super natural, but it's a true gray tone, so if you have a hard time finding like a true pale skin cool toned contour, this is absolutely the one. And it's like $15, and during the Sephora sale you can get an extra 30% off on top, so super great value. There's a lot of product in there and it was super easy to depot. Okay, next we're moving on to some eyeshadows. I have the Glitterpuck by Half Magic. I'm a little scared of showing this because mine's a little bit crushed. I can't really give a good swatch of this. I have a bunch of videos on my TikTok where you can see it better, but this is like your dream. If you are just like a one glitter all over the lid type of girl, you can just rub your finger in there, swipe it on. You don't need a glitter glue, you don't need to set it. It's gonna stay in place, and it is so blinding. I begged Donnie for so long to come out with the silver version because the other Glitterpuck is like a pink gold, and I don't really wear gold, but this one, if you love a cool silver, like honestly it'd be really good on my brow bone. It is so delicious and it will last you literally years. Also with Half Magic Beauty, we have the Sparklestik eye crayon, specifically in the shade Punk Pony. It's like this really beautiful blue, like blackened blue. I love this for a smoky eye. And Hannah and I were actually lucky enough to get invited to the A24 offices to preview these. And the second I touched them, I knew I'd be obsessed. I'm not a really big like eye crayon, eye pencil type of person, but these, the amount of shimmer that is packed into these, like you can even just use it as a inner corner highlight. On some days if I'm really lazy and I don't want to do anything, I'll just swipe these on and blend it out with my finger. They are just, if you are a lazy person but you want maximum impact with your makeup, these crayons are going to be your absolute best friend and they're going to last you a while. The one thing is you have to be kind of careful because if you hit them too hard, they will tend to fall out. That's my one gripe with it, but that's kind of normal with eye crayons. But just full transparency, they can break if you drop them or if you like hit them too hard or press too hard. Besides that, gorgeous, amazing, stunning product. Speaking of lavender blushes, I have this Haus Labs, what is this? The Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm Blush, I don't know. A lot of words. This is in the shade Glassy Lilac, a really beautiful pinky lavender shade. These are so beautiful on top of powder. I don't like to set them. I like to take them on a brush and kind of like tap it on top of the skin to bring some life back in. And these, so pigmented, last forever. Like I barely dented any of mine. And if you're trying to bring back in life to the skin without, you know, using a Fix Plus or going with more powder or powder highlight, if you want balminess on top of powder, this is gonna be your tried and true, love it type of product. Let's take it back to Mauve for a second. This is in really no particular order or anything. This is just a major shout out to all the cream clays that were released this year. The cream clay eyeshadows from Mauve Beauty are one of my all-time favorite products. I bought them like many years ago when I just stumbled into a Credo, and I've fallen in love ever since. I have so many palettes of them. Such a versatile product. You can set it, you can not set it, you can use it on the lips, eyes, cheeks, everywhere. And they're always coming out with new shades, so I don't really know which ones are new, but they'll always be on my favorites list. For mascara, I am very, very, very particular when it comes to mascara. My lashes straight down, they go straight down. I need a waterproof to hold my curl. So my favorite of lately has been the So High Mascara by Melt. You can see it has this really skinny brush with a slight curve and just makes it so good for coating every hair. It is waterproof, but it's actually pretty easy to take off. It's one of my easiest mascaras to take off, and it's just really good. It lasts all day. It doesn't crumble, flake. It will just give you really black, nice looking eyelashes. Some more Melt Cosmetics. We have these glitter gels that they came out with. Specifically this one, I mean, that is so pretty. These are it's in the shade Sour Grape Duochrome Eyeshadow Gel. So fun just to like add on top of a look. And then also their gel liner. This is in the shade Afterlife. I don't remember which collection this came from, but I know this one's pretty new. But together, Melt and their gel eyeliner pop products are so good. Their shimmers are amazing. Melt just really has been killing it with the collabs this year. but these two were like major standouts for me in their collections. We're almost there, y'all. This is the MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. I'm in the shade NW5, I think it's the palest one. This concealer, if you like something really natural that lasts, that has some vibrancy to it, has some life, but lasts a really long time, this is so good. Also, I've been loving the new MAC packaging lately. It is just so pretty to put on, and the doe foot makes it really easy to swipe it on. You can fit it underneath the eye really well. Comes with a lot of product. It lasts really well. For me, it's, I would say, a medium coverage. You're not gonna get something super full, but on those natural summer days, this and a skin tint were one of my favorite pairings that I did this summer. We're back with cheek stuff. The Hindash highlighter in the shade La Luna. It looks straight up white, but it has a little bit of like gold, lavender, all these different shades. It makes your skin look like glass. This is absolutely the best highlighter I've ever used. Hindash, such a makeup god. I love his work, but these just give this beautiful glow, like you've been sweating, but in the most glamorous way possible. And you guys know I don't really like to be dewy at all, but I love a highlighter for that, to kind of give me some luminosity to the cheek. Like, I'll take it on my brow bone, on my cheeks. It is just such a good highlighter. You just have to be careful. Mine did crack in the mail when they first sent it over to me, but I think it might have been a fluke because my next one came and it was all good. There is no base to this, so you can actually use it on darker skin, on the eyes. It's a really good versatile product and really good for a makeup kit. We have a blush, another blush. This is from KJH brand, from Katie Jane Hughes, amazing makeup artist. This is the blurring, I think it's the lip and cheek. What is this? The Soft Smudge Lip and Cheek. This is in the shade Soft Berry. These are gorgeous. I've used them on the lips and cheek, like she's said before. But I really love it mostly on the cheek. It's super blurring, mattifying, but not too of a strong matte. It just blurs the skin, makes you look a little bit smoother. I like to put this down on top of cream, or like on top of my finger. Just a really great cream blush. I think there's been so many blushes this year, and I've kind of stopped using a lot of cream blush. I just prefer powder, but if I want something that gives a little bit of life without being too stark of pigment, these have been my go-to. Now we have all of the lip products I tried. We're kind of gonna go rapid with this. The Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil Extreme. So waterproof, so long wearing. The only issue is this is the shade Endless Cacao. Some of the shades were a little bit off, and this cacao is a little bit more olive now. I think, oh no, I actually pulled Dimensional Dark Brown. Dimensional Dark Brown, this one is exactly true to the other one, but these literally do not move. So good. Next we have MAC Flesh Pot. This is a re-release, but they brought it back, and I know from the time of filming this, they just announced that they're coming out with Flesh Pot in the Permanent Maximal line, so very excited for that, but I had to throw this in there. Then we have Mob Beauty M159, and all of the lip liners they released. I love Mob Beauty lip liners. I think probably my favorite formula. I need more Mob Beauty. I've talked to them about this, but we need more lip liner shades. Okay, next, MAC did a lip liner shade extension, Grape Expectations, beautiful purple. True purple, I love it with the red. I love it with like a pink. It is just such an interesting deep purple shade, because they have Night Moth, that's more of like berry purple. Love this. MAC has a great lip liner formula. This one is a little patchy though, you have to work it in. That's just my one little warning to you. Then we have one of the most viral lips. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Void. I think it was their Menacing Metals. Such a pretty shade. It actually looks like silver on your lips, and it's not gritty, which I don't know how they did it. The packaging's luxurious, it's beautiful. I was really pleasantly surprised with this because a lot of times smaller brands aren't able to nail both packaging, formulation, product experience, but these are probably one of the best metallic shimmer lipsticks I've ever used in my life. And then finally, this is a new brand to me. This is Necromancy Cosmetica. This was a limited edition shade called Osmenta. It's like a bone white shade. I've been using this non-stop to like highlight the center of my lips, and it truly is such a great formula. It's better than the Made by Mitchell ones, so I don't really use those shades anymore. But this one is matte, but not too matte, long-lasting, comfortable, all the amazing things you could say, and I absolutely recommend it. Oh, and then I just found this. This is the Sugar Pill liquid eyeliner. This is my new favorite liquid eyeliner. So good. It's a brush tip. No, it's a felt tip. And you can hear that. It never runs out. It gives super clean lines. But with that, I need to go make this train, y'all. But those are all of my favorite products of 2024. I'd love to know what your favorites are, if you disagree with me, if you agree with me, whatever. Leave it down in the comments. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, do all that. I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos. I've recorded so much stuff. It's the 23rd of December right now. I'm about to go home, take the bus home, all that. I'm gonna be editing on the bus. But I just wanna thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me this year. It's been a really great year, content-wise. I've appreciated you guys so much. Personally, maybe not my best year, but with that, I appreciate and love all you guys. Like, truly, you guys have given me a lot, and I really appreciate it. But with that, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.